Hello, Jennings Geniuses. It's good to be back in class with you. I wish we could be doing the real thing, but this will be the next best. I looked at a lot of ways to do this, and I thought the best would be for me to be on a whiteboard, or like I typically am, or under a smart camera, and you working along on your whiteboard, which in this case is going to be your notebook or binder. I want you to keep all the math in one place so that you have it when we come to our math hangouts. Alright, you also are going to need a pencil with an eraser every time you sit down with one of these videos. The reason is, I need you to have these things because you're not going to need these things. You don't need your lawn chair, your bag of chips, or your lemonade. Because just like in class, you're going to be doing the math and not watching the math. To save time and space on my phone, when it's time for you to work a problem, I want you to stop the video, work the problem, and then resume, and you can check your work. Alright, today we're going to be talking about addition with regrouping, and we're going to be working with the open number line and the algorithm. So the first problem, I'm going to start with a couple of problems. We're going to do 43 plus 26, and we're also going to solve 28 plus 56. So if you'll go ahead and get those on your paper. And we're going to start with 43 and 26. We're going to make an open number line. And we know we've got the two parts. We know one part is 43. We know one part is 26. So we're just solving for the total. Or you could call it part whole, part total. I'm going to put one of these numbers on my number line. I can start with 43 and count up 26 times. I can start on 26 and count up 43 times. Which would be preferable? Right. The fewer times I have to count up, the fewer opportunities there are for a mistake. So I'm going to start on 43, and I'm going to jump up 26 times. Stop the video and do that. Alright, you should have jumped up 26 times. 10, 20, which would be 43, 53, 63, and we have to count up 6 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. So I believe the correct answer is 69. I'm going to circle that up there and we'll write it here. I'm going to keep that 69 here because I'm going to check this open number line against when I solve it with the algorithm. So we're going to solve with the algorithm now. Alright, what are the 3 steps to problem solve? Understand, 4 steps actually. Understand, plan, solve, check. So the first step is understand. And understand means seeing what you've got to deal with. Ask yourself a question out loud just like we would in class. Will I need to regroup? I'm looking at my ones place. Will I need to regroup? No, because 3 and 6 is going to be less than 10. Will I need to regroup my 10s? No, because 40 and 20 is going to be less than 100. So go ahead and solve. Three plus 6 is 9. 40 plus 20 is 60. And when we compare from our sum that we got with the open number line, we were correct. Both of those methods gave us a sum of 69. Now we're going to move on to the next problem. And the next problem is 28 plus 56. I'm going to solve with the open number line. Everybody draw your number line. You have a choice to make. Are you going to start on 28 and count up 56 times? Or are you going to start on 56 and count up 28 times? Stop the video and solve on your open number line. I preferred to start on 56, so I counted up fewer times. 66, 76, and now 8 more times. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I counted up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times for my ones. So I think my sum is going to be 84. Now let's check with the algorithm. What must we do to make this easier to solve with the algorithm? Right, if we write it in vertical form, it's going to be easier to solve with the algorithm because we can keep the ones lined up, we can keep the tens lined up. So we're rewriting, and now here's our problem solving steps. Understand, plan, solve, check. The first thing you need to do is understand what's required of you. Ask yourself a question out loud like you would in class. Will I need to regroup? Yes, we can see that 8 and 6 is going to give us a sum greater than 9, and we can only put 9 ones in the ones place. Turn off the video and solve, and then come back and we will check together. Eight plus 6, 14. We can only put the ones in the ones place. So the 4 ones from 14 stay there. The 10 in 14 needs to be moved to the tens place. And I circle it so I don't forget it's there. 10 plus 20 is 30. Plus 50, 80. And when I compare, the sum I got with the algorithm is the same as the sum I got with my open number line. So this is my understand, plan, solve, and then when we compared these two, that was check. We checked our work. The next thing we're going to do is look at problems that have more than 2 digits. So we're going to solve 647 plus 155. Everybody write that. 647 plus 155. Now let's make a plan. Let's understand what's required of us and make a plan. Will I need to regroup? Yes. Obviously 7 plus 5 is going to be greater than 9. And then, so I know I'm going to have to regroup here, and then most likely, if I have to regroup here and move 10s over, I'm already going to have 90 there. I'm probably going to regroup again. Let's add together. 7 plus 5. And you should be writing. It's 12. It's one of my favorite pet problems. I bring that 10 over and circle it. And this is where a lot of kids make a mistake and get the incorrect answer, because the algorithm is a series of steps. It's like learning a dance. If you miss a single one of the steps, your answer will be incorrect. Because if you forget to add this, you have thrown 10 out of the equation. So we're going to add, I like to make it easy on myself. I make it friendly. I add 10 plus 40 and get 50. And then I have a family of 10. I add 50 and 50. I get a 100. There are no extra 10s in the 100. I've got to take 10 10s next door into the hundreds column. I regroup them, and 10 10s is equivalent to 100. Now I add my hundreds. 10 plus 10 is 20. I'm sorry. 100 plus 100 is 200. Plus 600 is 800. So sometimes when you have multiple digits, you may be required to regroup multiple times. It's no more difficult than doing it with 2 digits. It's simply that you're going to have to do it more often. And like we always say in class, I'm not afraid of big numbers. Alright, so I'm going to leave you with this, and you're going to bring all the work that you did today during this video and this homework when you come to your Google Hangout. Here's your homework. Solve 2 ways, and you'll remember when you look at the notes that you're solving with an open number line and with the algorithm, and you're going to solve these problems. 64 plus 23, and you're also going to solve this problem, 76 plus 17. Both with the open number line and the algorithm. And bring this to the Hangout. I can't wait to see you.